Tune it in, sports family. Also, go to all social media platforms. Link will be in the description. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. It helps the channel grow. Thank you. Tune it in, sports family. Also, go to all social media platforms. Link. Yo, what's up, man? Welcome to another episode of Matchmakers. Appreciate CBE being in the building early. We got Alan Harper, my guy. And then we got Tylen Copeland, man. Appreciate y'all being in the building early. Man, we had a lot of good games. We had some effery, going on. We said CBE over KC Outlaws. CDJ also in the building. KJ from 319. What's up, KJ? He said, I was just on your live. Yeah, man. Appreciate you tuning in here. Man, so it's a lot to talk about, man. It's a lot to talk about. I got my co-host with me. He's gonna be with me, for a little bit. But I'm gonna talk to y'all. I'm gonna keep it with y'all, and y'all know it's Turkey Day. Thanksgiving, and I don't know, if y'all want me to come on live for Thursday. So we gonna see, depending on the stream. But man, he said, Rayshawn Brown said I play for CDJ. Oh yeah, so you was at the game. Which is it? The one that played against RDU this week? Is it that one? If so, what's your number? But yeah, man, look, bro. So we had a lot of games, right? Before I get to the games, man, it was a lot of foolery going on. I almost wasn't even able to. I wasn't almost able to even film, because some people decided that they wanted to film exclusively. So they didn't want no other photographers, videographers to come in to film, which I disagree with. I'm always disagree with it. I don't care who's doing it. You don't want nobody to film, because you want the content exclusively. But guess what? Everybody may not follow you. So everybody has different following. So we want to make sure that y'all get the maximum exposure. So that's always my goal. You know what I'm saying? So when I throw events, I'm not going to say, oh, well, nah, this person can't come in because I want exclusive right. No, I'm going to say, all right, cool. You want to film? Okay, you gonna be able to get them exposure to kids or audience that I don't have. So yeah, cool. Come on, come film. That's me. I'm not about to try to monopolize, what I'm saying, nothing like that or whatever, what I'm saying. But let's talk about, I want to start off with Trauma Unit versus RDU. Now, if you haven't seen it, and we're gonna talk a little bit about the rare breed, we're gonna talk a little bit. I'm gonna let Alan Harper and them tell me about how they feeling about the CBE versus the KC Outlaws. So we're gonna talk about that too. But let's get into the Trauma Unit versus RDU. Now, when RDU played Trauma Unit, I had Trauma Unit winning that game, right? Because I was like, okay, well, Trauma Unit, they played what? At that time, it was like 3 games. It was like Lithuanian Lions. Okay. So basically, it was like, I think Trauma Unit gonna be able to pull it off. After they lost the last game that they played against RDU, I just realized, I came to the realization that RDU just has Trauma Unit number. And we got Charters in the building. What's up, man? Appreciate y'all being in here. So we got literally, I just think that RDU has their number, has trauma unit's number. Trauma unit may be able to beat every other team, but they cannot beat RDU. I just think it's something about the coaches. I don't know if they study, Sean, move, plays, and all this other stuff. I don't know what's the case. I just know if you win 4 out of 5 games, I don't want to hear nothing about you being the better team. Y'all just not winning. Y'all, it's just things that's happening, or it's this the ref, or it's this, or it's that. Nah, that team just got trauma unit number. And I would say that's the only team that's consistently will have trauma unit number. Because trauma unit is a really good team. So I'm not even sure, due to the fact that they even lost that game, are they going to be in YNC? Are they going to the Nationals? I don't know. You feel me? So I would like to know the situation, because when I look at it, you got teams, a variety of teams that I feel should be, in the YNC that may not go. So like for instance, EMS, I don't think they're going to the YNC anymore. I don't think they're going. ABA is not going because I don't think that they're playing in the rank in. I'm not sure. RDU said that they're playing in the rank in, so they have a good chance of going. They're a really good team, but I don't know. What do y'all think about teams that only have one loss and possibly can't go to the YNC? What do y'all think about that? Because I know that if that was me and I'm winning throughout the whole season, let me see. The Cab Chargers. Coach, yes indeed. Here, do your thing, man. Do you? I appreciate you, Coach. Appreciate you. But yeah, man. I definitely think that that's unfortunate for the teams that play all these games. Right? They undefeated, and then when it comes time, uh, um, to go in the YNC, these teams that's losing at the end of the season, they're not able to go to the YNC. Now I kind of understand why the ducking is going on. Because if you're going to lose your ranking, people ain't going to want to play the best team. So we got to somehow change that. I'm going to see if I can get, one of the Generation Next staff members on here. And then, we just going to ask the questions that you guys want to know. Because like I said, if y'all lost one game, right, throughout the whole season, and everybody else got about 3, 4, 5 losses on their resume, but they still get to go. They still get to go. Do y'all have a problem with that? Do y'all feel like that's fair? Do y'all, agree, disagree? He said EMS 12 you probably will do rank up. Probably. I think they should. I think they should. They probably will have to play RDU again. I think they will have to play RDU again. And I don't got a problem with the three lost teams, because remember CBE lost I think like 3 times, 3 or 4 times. But y'all remember I also said that CBE is a really good team, and they just so happen to lose early. And I think that they can beat most teams if they play 100% together and as a team. I think they can do well. But if teams are not allowed to go into the YNC, I really can't say that the best teams are in the league. Because say for instance, all right, you got ABA, there's a possibility, strong possibility that they're not going. There's a strong possibility that RDU and them not going, and they play in a league that's super competitive. I mean, like I always said throughout this whole season, it's any given Sunday. So if that's the case, right, they're automatically, by default is screwed, because all these teams have to play the best teams week after week. And I don't think anyone else is really doing that, having to play the same tough teams week after week. So like for instance, right, let's say um if the Chargers had to play District Heights, if they had to play CBE, if they had to play Dragon Elite, if they had to play all these teams, right? And they're in the league, but they have to play each other twice. I don't think Chargers just going out unscathed. Because when you play a team enough time, they're going to at least get one. At least one. So, because I believe that they have their number. You feel what I'm saying? But yeah, man, let's get back to the RDU versus the trauma unit. So what I seen in that game, right? They could not get going. Trauma unit could not get going for whatever reason. RDU was swarming their offense, and they were playing literally as a team. He said, "Yo, Rayshawn is Puda, stepbrother Nip. Hey man, appreciate you being in the building." But they were playing literally as a team, and they wasn't taking no for an answer. I mean, the run game was on point. The passing game was on point. The defense was on point. I mean, they had sacks, a lot of sacks, a lot of forced fumbles, a lot of tackles for a loss. They was doing everything that they were supposed to, and it still felt like the score should have been wider than what it was. Trauma unit for some reason couldn't get it going. He's like this YNC billionaires saying, "What's up from Colorado?" He said, "I got all the boys today. We watching." Hey man, appreciate y'all being in the building. And since y'all in the building, man, I can definitely ask a few questions and stuff like that, and just give my opinion, because we were supposed to get you guys on here, but and we still can, but yeah, I'm gonna finish talking about the trauma unit. So, and I'm gonna be brief about this one because it's a lot that we want to talk about, and also whatever y'all want to ask me, y'all know that I'm gonna answer, unless that timeline is just going too fast. I'm gonna answer most of the questions, because if y'all taking the time to come in here, show me some love, the least I can do is make sure I read the comments that y'all post. So but yeah, all in all, man, it's safe to say that RDU is definitely a better team. Like, I don't know what next year holds. I don't even know if Trauma Unit is going to the YNC. I don't know if they plan in a rank in. I'm gonna definitely get some answers to see what they're gonna do. Far as to try to make the YNC. But I do know that the RDU is well deserved. I would still love to see the game Trauma Unit versus SED, because I think that they're a way better equipped team for this year for SED. I would love to see that. Now, it's a possibility that we won't see it. He said, "How was that CDJ versus FU?" CDJ versus FU? The CDJ versus FU definitely was surprising. Now, I'm not shocked that CDJ won, but I did not pick CDJ to win, because I literally thought that FU had their number. But remember, early also in the year, I had CDJ as my sleeper team. I believe that they were, one of the teams that was going to beat a lot of teams in the season, and that a lot of people wasn't going to pay attention to. And guess what? They snuck up on FU. They snuck up on FU, and FU definitely was a lot very upset, because they took that game that basically was canceled at halftime. They took that game, and I believe that they took the mentality that you guys were going to quit again and just come in and lay down. But that wasn't the case. You know what I'm saying? That definitely wasn't the case. So if y'all didn't know, um, like the teams, obviously you're going to pick FU, because FU was one of the teams that only lost, I believe, one or two games in the season. I believe CDJ had more losses than that, but they played every team well, and they played hard. So that's what I say about them. But man, what's the other game? All right, so I know a lot of people want to talk about the East Metro versus FU. Man, oh man. EMS dropped the ball. That's what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna literally say that East Metro dropped the ball. I should say literally, they dropped the ball. And why did I say that? Because they were playing in Falcons United territory the whole game. They got to the 2-yard line and couldn't score. They couldn't score. That would have had that would have gave them the momentum. That would have done everything for them, and they could not score at all. And I'm trying to figure out what was going on. You know what? All right. You know what it was? It was you seen. If I don't know if y'all seen them versus Tucker. All right. So Tucker got down to their territory a few times, right? Got down to their territory a few times, right? And they just couldn't punch it in against EMS. But they let EMS linger around, and then EMS made some big plays, and they end up winning, I believe, 14-0. That was the same type of game. It was like literally a replay, except for it was East Metro, but it wasn't Tucker this time. It was Falcons United. And Falcons United, when you got Hayes, a quarterback that's very proven time and time and time again. I mean, literally, this guy is proven. And y'all give him the chance to win again. We're going to talk about the CDJ. We definitely going to talk about CDJ in RDU as well. All right, so they literally wasn't scoring. They was in their territory the whole time. Like, I want to say, if you look at stats, the stats will literally favor EMS. But I told EMS in the beginning of the season, I said, look, y'all always 2 or 3 mistakes away from winning. And what was the mistakes? The interceptions were the mistakes. The fact that, you know, they couldn't get a push up front as far as for the blocking for them to get in, right? So they didn't even score. But they were literally in a territory at least 4 times, and they could not score at all. In the very moment, I want to say that that Falcons United got into their territory, you know, I think in fourth quarter, I want to say probably about by 8 minutes or 7 minutes to go, they got in their territory and they scored. They did their thing. Hayes does what he did, you know, did what he always do, which is go down, you know, stay poised, will his team to victory. They got there. EMS held them down to, I want to say, held them all the way down to the fourth down, and then on fourth down they end up scoring. Hayes, just like he did against I believe ABA, he just basically did a quarterback sneak, got the ball. It was almost like a replay, and I was like, y'all gave these people, y'all gave FU a team that's known to will themselves to victory. And I'm pretty sure that the Chargers are another team that knows them very well, because they beat them in the championship, I believe, by 2. But you got a team like that, and y'all allowing them to stick around and linger around, and then, you know, just let them basically get in their territory at the last minute, and then they score. And then to cap it off, they get an interception, a pick 6, and basically scores again to seal a game. So, man, when y'all playing, bro, every down is the most important down. Every down, because that one down can be the momentum changer, and we all know that the game is definitely made of momentums. You know, if a team isn't it isn't like making mistakes, then he basically putting himself in a position to win. But that wasn't the case. You know, so yeah, man, that was definitely unfortunate. Hey, we got Carter in the building. Hey, what's up, Carter? How you doing, man? I see you left right after the game. Well, I didn't see you after the game, after the celebration. I don't know. I don't know where you went. He says, FU thought CDJ was dead because they lost a lot of players, but CDJ came alive and found a way to win. Yes. And that's what I'm saying. Like the fact that at halftime, when they decided to call the game, I believe that FU took that as you guys are going to lay down again. That's what's up, man. Congratulations. He said he got his they got the invite, YNC invite. So do y'all play any more games before the YNC tournament? Because somebody told me, they said, man, look, we proven I'm not gonna play another game to risk my invite. I mean, risk losing my invite. And so they done. I ain't gonna say who it was, but they definitely. He said we played Fransky on Sunday. Oh, so y'all still playing? So even if you guys just say y'all don't win the Fransky Bowl, right? Are you guys still eligible, and would you be eligible to still play for the YNC tournament? Because like I know a lot. I know some people that's not willing to play to risk it. He said, "I hope so, but I don't know." But yeah, that's something that you would definitely want to ask because if y'all work that hard to win a championship, because if it's anything like last year, even though some of the teams lost, a few of them still eventually end up going into the YNC because like Falcons United they lost to, I want to say this is 10U. They lost to RDU in the championship, but they still, after playing in the B2C, they still end up going. So I'm not sure if it's going to affect you or not. So hopefully it doesn't. You know what I'm saying? But hey man, do y'all agree with the ranking? What's y'all opinions and y'all thoughts on that? Because I definitely do think that it's a good idea, but I feel like certain teams should still just automatically get the bid because I still think ABA should make it even without playing in the ranked in. He says, but the teams that are in shouldn't beat us. Fairburn, Grayson, Stonecrest, but then again, it's any given Sunday. Yes, it is. For sure. Any given Sunday. That's what we have to realize. And matter of fact, go on your refrigerator. If you got those magnet words, go put any given Sunday because you definitely need to remind yourself that any given Sunday, you guys can definitely lose if you're not focused. You can definitely lose if you're not focused. So I would say that that you guys need to stay focused, need to stay playing, and and understand that y'all take it game by game. Because if y'all don't, it's gonna be a problem. Hands down, it's gonna be a problem. And another thing, have any of you guys seen? And this is why I say rare breed is actually the best. Have any of you guys seen the rare breeds versus NSP? He says, Brandon Beasley said, I think you should have to play a certain amount of national games because some teams will get a big win, then hide behind that. Yeah, and wait until national. That's what I've been saying. It's been teams who were supposed to play other teams, and then they stop, they cancel the game, and then basically say that it's a specific reason why they did it. When we really know the reason is you trying to save a bid for nationals. That's why I stated that any team that ducks needs to be punished. If a top 10 team call out somebody else in the top 10, I'm gonna say top 15, because they do the rankings then, right? If a top 15 call out another top 15 team, right, and they accept it, I really think you should do it either way, because if you're in the top 15 and this team calling you out, just like, like for instance, if you was on the drum, right, and they want your position, you have to battle for that position. If a team call you out, you need to play that team. Just like for instance, right? Sunday you had NSP number 3 play Rare Breeds. I believe I don't know. I think they saying that they number 1 or number 2. I know on the AYF, the Seal, they have Rare Breeds number 1, and then they got the NSP number 3. So if these teams are playing against each other, there should be no punishment. They should automatically be rewarded, you know what I'm saying, by understanding that, okay, they're playing the best. They still should make it, especially if they're very competitive, against the teams that they're playing against. If you're being competitive versus the team, and let's say you're still losing, right? Yes, you go to the YNC or the AYF, and then what should happen is they should be ranked very high, but they should still go. You see what I'm saying? I think that's how it should go, because what that does, it encourages the teams that's in the top, like that's the top in the nation, to play against each other. And if a team, let's say if a team is very good, right, but they're not ranked, but y'all know they good, and they call out somebody, you know what I'm saying? I think that team should accept, especially if they have an opening for it. Now, let me explain to you guys what happened this year. You had a team like ABA, right, who went a month, 1 month, without even playing, because teams kept not playing. So this is what you do. You leave a gap in schedules. Now teams not getting, the reps and stuff that they need. And then not to say that they were going to beat FU anyway, but I think they would have played at least a better game. I think they would at least play better had they got the repetition, because I think when they played the first time, they had all 8 players and it was just an 8-0 game. Nobody has scored on the Falcons United in the last 5 games. So I'm not saying that, ABA was going to win, because Falcons United, they got their players back and they doing all the stuff they just supposed to do. Brandon Veazey said, yep, I agree. He said, that's why I salute the 11U OG Ducks, because they pulling up and lining it up with everybody. It's like, I don't think one team has traveled to Cali this season. And that's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. Oh no. Well, if I say 10U, because Trauma Unit went out there and played the OG Ducks, but the OG Ducks 10Us, man, them dudes, they for real too. And Rare Breeds played them. So that's why Coach, what's up? Tim McDaniel Shabazz, he says yes in the yes, in the 13U LA Rampage did the same thing that OG Ducks did. They traveled and showed out. And to my knowledge, no one has went to California. And that's very, very unfortunate, because y'all say California got the best weather. I mean, but look, I'm going to say this too, Coach. It's expensive. Oh my God. I'm from California. I'm from Oakland though, right? but it is expensive. I can see why. Now, if somebody used that logic, which they probably is now, because I'm saying it, if somebody does that, it says that, I'm going to understand it. California is really high, very high. We talking about for no reason. Everything is high. You probably, if you look at somebody, that's probably $3. I just don't know why they charge for everything. Everything is taxed. Every situation is really money driven. You know what I'm saying? That's why everything is so fast paced out there, because you, you you need to make some money right away. So I get it from that aspect, but I don't think that's why they doing it, because the tickets normally is cheap. Because when I fly out there, the tickets are cheap. So I'm not going to say that that's the exclusive reason and all this other stuff. You need teams like Rare Breeds. You need the teams like the OG Ducks. You need teams like this, man. The CBE coach already didn't let me know the teams that been ducking CBE. CBE wanted to play a lot of teams, and that they had a lot of holes and gaps in their schedule due to teams pulling out, because they telling them that we don't gain nothing or benefit nothing for playing y'all. What is that? Y'all know they a good team, right? Y'all do know they're a good team, right? That's all that matters. Y'all can say y'all beat a good team, and y'all know if y'all beat a team like CBE, y'all know that y'all where y'all supposed to be, because CBE is no slouch. They can beat anybody. They didn't go to the championship last year for nothing, because they by luck. Their team is really good, and I seen it with my own eyes. This ain't nothing that I'm just saying. Oh, I think this team is really good. They belong. So I'm not sure if they got the invite yet, but definitely, they belong. They should have been playing some of these top teams. I'm not sure if they played um the Chargers this year, but definitely believe that let me see. He said, do you think OG Ducks are the number one team right now? Yes. Now, but I did say I still think RDU 4P at some point, right? I think I could be wrong. At some point, I think they'd be the first 4P team in YSC. I think they'd be the first 4P team. I think so. Booby Jones says, will you be in Orlando this week for Southeast Regional? Nah, I won't, because I gotta be somewhere else. Is it what is it? This what you talk about, Saturday and Sunday? Because I mean, Orlando really not that far, to be honest. Yeah, can you shout out? Southside Wolfpack from Chicago? Definitely, definitely send some footage too, man. Definitely. Shout out to Southside Wolfpack. How y'all looking out there? And shout out to Chicago in general. Friday and Saturday. Yeah, man. I can see if I can get somebody. I won't be able to go personally. You know what I'm saying? I can definitely see if I can get somebody. Where is that at? It says it definitely is. We spend a lot in 2019. Yeah, no, it's definitely. I ain't gonna tell you no stories. Yes, I'm going to the YNC for sure. It says RDU hasn't been healthy, but that Duck team is just different this year. Rare Breeds, Pack Prime, DMV can definitely take it though. At 11U, yes. See, and that's the thing, man. It's packed. It's packed. That's why I'm saying if they play Rare Breeds, right? I think Rare Breeds can upset the apple cart. I'm just being honest. And I had the coach on here, and I'm gonna actually do a sit down with the players and the coaches because when I talked to them last time, they were pretty much at the they were at practice. So they were kind of talking to me, but also focusing on the game. Which I also appreciate. The fact that they even took the time to talk to me. And I'm gonna just say this too. Why don't nobody get California? That's why they call it Cali ball. Why don't nobody get them praise? They don't get no respect. Man, I done heard people say, man, we ain't losing to no Cali team. Man, we ain't losing to none of them West Coast teams. I said, well, hey, look like you had to put your foot in your mouth because OG Ducks, they beating everybody right now. And I just honestly, the OG Ducks can really win it, honestly, if they just stay focused. But I do have Rare Breed. I just think at some point experience kicks in. I just think it. And if y'all understand what I mean, just look at Falcons United versus EMS. Falcons United is always in it. They always have a chance in being in it, right? But they always somehow look at my partner crying, man. But somehow they always got a chance to win it because experience kicks in. It does. And I'm just being honest with y'all. So I think RDU literally has a really good chance at winning it. And they got the secret sauce back. So I can't, say too much, because it was said to me in confidence. It was said to me in confidence. But they definitely trying to go for that 4P. They didn't get the 100 wins, but maybe they can get that, that fourth P, be the first person to what I'm saying, to do it. Let me see. Carter says, how far you think we will go going into YNC? Honestly, you guys have what it takes to win. Now, I will say this because it looks like you guys and what's the team? You guys and Chargers haven't had y'all teams really throughout the year. You know what I'm saying? And then, like I said, you, CBE, and Chargers basically are in the same situation or in a similar situation, except for I don't believe CBE had anybody, missing. But go ahead, man. You look like you ready to say something.
Man. First off, I was working in the background. I heard a couple of things. One, I'm happy that you addressed the ducking. Um, and we gonna definitely come up with a way how to deal with that next season. Like y'all all know, we had DG on from the Seal Sports, and he talked about ducking and everything of the sort. And we're gonna, like you said, we're gonna try to have somebody on from Generation Next. We're gonna try to get everybody from every platform, even under the radar, to come on to see what we need to do about all this ducking going on. Because, like you said, bro, if a team is like y'all know a team is good, like oh yeah, they good, they on the rise, they done beat, you know what I'm saying, some good mid level to top tier teams, or they didn't beat a top tier team, and they call you out, and you're a top team, you have to play them. But this is the thing though, if the top tier team is like, man, they come to us, that's cool. That's understandable. You can't go against that. So if you a team and you are on the up and coming, y'all just got to make sure everything is right. Y'all got to make sure y'all able to travel, because if y'all do call out these top teams, you need to be able to hightail it on the road and get there, because like they the priority. Y'all not really the priority, So they not gonna look at nobody calling them out as the priority. So you got to understand that. Then two, one thing, I don't know if you had talked about this as well, but these teams losing their invites. to these tourneys, man. What's your thoughts on that?
Hey, you already know, man. You know Clay, my guy, man. Uh, you know,
Brandon Veasley, what up?
I think honestly, I think if that's the case, these things need to be played a lot sooner
Mm-hmm.
because a lot of teams are people because I heard this conversation, so they'll know if they watch this, they'll
Mm-hmm.
know what's being said.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of the stuff that's being said is, man, we sat there, we waste all this money, man, and they go take our invite. So that's what's being said. So the thing is, how can we, you know, do
Fix
it a
that.
little sooner? How can we
Yeah.
do it
So,
a little sooner? It's something to where that way people know whether or not they going to the to the YNC. And it's kind
but
of it's
the thing is though, like, yeah, a little bit sooner, but the timeline is really not the problem. Because I feel like if a team come on late, like you said, like how FU has been coming on late because they was
mhm,
injured early on playing a lot of the good teams. So they've been coming on late and they've been beating all of the top teams. So you have situations where teams are coming on late, and as they're getting back healthy and just guys are meshing with each other and really understanding the system. The biggest thing that I see that is the problem that I'm starting to notice, it's a regional thing. It's not even so much of a team as they just lost their last game. It's a regional thing. Yeah, that the lad losing the last game or something that comes in effect as well. But I'm starting to see it's a regional thing. Why? Because you have, like we mentioned last podcast, we had almost four ranked teams in the 12U division in Georgia.
mhm,
ABA, FU, RDU,
EMS,
EMS,
and then at one point Tucker.
Tucker. But I'm not even counting them. That's the thing. I'm not even gonna count them because we seen what happened with them. But for you just to say, hey man, and this is what I'm not. I don't know exactly if these tournament boards are saying this, but the thing that what people are telling us that they're saying is, hey man, we can only do one team from Georgia. Why? If there's five teams from Florida, that's five of the best teams in the 12U division, they should be playing.
Mhm,
If it's 12 teams in California, that's the best teams in the 13U division, they should be playing. It's not
mhm,
on them just because of where they at.
yeah.
That they shouldn't be competing nationally, even though they may belong to the same state. But that's not on them. And I feel like that's the biggest thing. It's a regional thing. We got to get out of that because if you really want to take the national championship national, it can't be a regional thing, bro. It can't be.
So you saying basically based off of the outcome of what happened regional shouldn't affect the nationals.
No, like, and not even not. I'm not even saying that regional stuff shouldn't affect the national stuff. I'm saying that just because so many teams are good teams are coming from one state, that don't mean that you say, hey man, we need to let some of these other teams from other places in, even though these other teams are better than them. You know what I'm saying? We need to let them in just because they're from different states. No, you let the best teams in, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You don't do that. You let the best teams in. And it's on if you out in Wyoming and you ain't, you know what I'm saying, you ain't one of the best teams, hey, that's on you. Get
Mm-hmm.
on that road.
And honestly, I think the like with those type of teams, those are the type of teams that should play in the ranking. Those type of teams, the ones that because they do have a thing that's called the rankings,
Mm-hmm.
right? Which I believe because I didn't hear about it last season, last year, but I don't know if it's new or anything. So you got teams like the ABA who can play in the ranking to still
Mm-hmm.
go to nationals.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So they're doing that, but what I
I
believe is
like
that
that.
I
I
believe
like
that they
that.
did enough. I believe
I,
they did enough to still make national. Go ahead though.
yeah, that too. Like if a team is clearly did enough to make nationals, like an ABA or somebody, like even though who ABA lost to, they just lost to FU.
ABA just lost to FU, the hottest team in the nation right now.
And they played FU tough at the beginning of the year.
Mm-hmm.
At preseason. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people forgetting about that, but that's neither here nor there because we going off of what just happened. So with that just now happening, bro, you telling me just that one L is knocking them just totally off the board? That's that, and you know that like that doesn't even make sense, bro. You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot that needs to go on. Like I said, just because people are trying to have like the regional thing coming, like bro, the regional stuff, just because like that shouldn't mean nothing in this, bro. If it's 5 good teams from Georgia, all 5 of their ass need to be in. If it's 12 good teams from Florida and the 13U, all 12 of their ass need to be in. It's no like, come on, bro. It shouldn't be no, well, man, we can only do at least like 2 of them from that state, man. That's the most we could do. Nah, bro, that ain't how I go. And I'm not saying this is how it's going. This is just the words that's coming back to us because we're not sitting in those rooms. We don't know the decisions that's being made or so forth. But it's it's a lot going on that we need to
That was some really great
monitor.
points though. But the thing I like about Clayton, bro, he's a really down to earth dude. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
Firm, but really, understanding dude. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely believe that, you know what I'm saying? Like I'll probably be able to get him on here, you know what I'm saying? And he'd just answer it briefly and stuff like that. But yeah, I
Yeah.
definitely think far as with and the other thing too, bro, is I ain't gotta agree with it and they ain't gonna take offense to it. That's the
Yeah,
other
and that's
thing
the
that I
thing.
like about it. Right,
We ain't offending nobody just because
right.
that ain't what we do. We rock with everybody. The thing that we just trying to do is find different ways to make it better. We
Yeah,
just don't know nowhere and anywhere in life does something just stay the same and that's the way it is. We just going.
right.
No, the
Absolutely.
thing is to make it better. The
Yeah,
thing is
because
to
this
get
new.
these kids more opportunity, get these kids to play more people to open this thing up more nationally than more than just regionally. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? And I
because a
feel
lot
like
of people
we
a
need
lot
to
of
give
people
these
also.
kids the opportunities to be able to play. Like the same thing with the YNC and the AYF. Like if you playing in that, you can't really play in another one. Bro, because
Yeah,
like you
because like
making it
even
to the point.
Carter
Yeah,
says, I feel like us, ABA, EMS should have an invite. You know what I'm saying? Because like that's what I'm saying. These teams, they arguably have the hardest league in the nation, right? Which is why I started saying any given Sunday, because when you play against a team twice, sometimes in the case of FU and ABA, three times.
and you may play. That's what I'm saying. You may play against them like that just because y'all can't find no more work. You
So and
like
then they had, due to the ducking, right, that we talked about, they
Mhm.
had a whole month without playing any teams.
Yeah, but
Bro, you
that's
can't get triple punished like that,
that's a
bro.
whole nother situation though. You know what I'm saying? Like the ducking stuff. We gonna try our best to deal with that. That's a whole different situation. I feel like from the national situation. I feel like I was saying before, the YN like these leagues shouldn't have to choose. Now, if it just happens that they just the both of the playoffs or the nationals are on the same week, all right, cool, I get it. But if it's set up to where these things are different weeks, or what I'm saying, to have so much time spread out in between them, because the thing is not to overwork the kids, man. We want to make sure the kids are definitely healthy, when they go out to compete. But I feel like you could still have both things. You could still have a YNC, you could still have an AYF, but I just feel like teams shouldn't have to pick and choose, like, nah, we just gonna ride with them. Cause now that brings up nah, we just riding with them. We only loyal to them. We only gonna play in this. Nah, bro. You play over there too. Then
Right,
come play here too. You know what I'm saying?
right,
Like it's a thing
absolutely.
that we just gotta keep bringing that mindset to people, man. this is a team thing, and this is not something that only one, I wouldn't even say one tournament or one region or one anything could just be just solely the number one, man. This needs to be all inclusive of everybody around the country, man.
Adam Smiley, what's up? So yeah, man, let's get to some of these
That's my rant,
conversations.
man. That's my rant. That's my rant. I'm sorry. I'm sorry y'all had to hear
Yeah,
that.
nah, it's cool, man. I definitely think they understand. Let's say Tim says, I thought ABA 13U got an invite from YNC. Be really nice to get Jonah or Clayton on, you guys. I did reach out
Definitely,
to
definitely gotta have
I
them
reached
on.
out to Jonas, and he did respond, but I'm just waiting on the reply to see yay or nay. You know what I'm saying? But Carter said they ducked us because of Mooney.
I think
Um,
that's when they was, I guess when Mooney was injured and Autumn, like it was like fall break or something like that.
yeah, it was they said it was the break. Hey, bro,
Mhm.
put them on the screen so they can see them.
Who? The
Put some
comments?
of them on the screen.
Okay, bet. I got you.
We got my guy from the Charters in the building, Boiler Boy. But asking the league to do that will require 2 different weeks of school missed in 1 month. If YC
True.
AYF, great point. If
That's true.
YC
And that's
AYF
what I say.
or
Like
national
it has
at
to be
different.
some space in between it, but it just depends. Ultimately, uh, bowler boy, it just depends on what the kids want to do, bro. Like if the kids feel like they want to compete in both, or you know what I'm saying, or just hey, we just over here, bet. You know what I'm saying, or they just want to do one national, bet, because it's on the kids. It ain't on the adults to pick and choose. Nah, they need to. You know what I'm saying? It's on the kids. So I definitely get that,
Well,
and
we gonna say the coaches because they the one got to come up with it. They got to come up with all that money, man. It
mm,
says one thing I like about AYF National is the lottery to see who plays in the tournament. The anticipation is crazy. Hey,
I
that's
like
dope
that.
too.
I like that. I like that. But I feel like still it should still be like, so I don't even know how many people get in the tourney at each age level. So say if it's 16, right? It still needs to be the best 16 teams. You know what I'm saying? And now it's a lottery system to see who they play, as opposed to, I don't know if he's saying it's a lottery system to, you know what I'm saying, to see if they even in, but I feel like it should be a lottery system to see who they play, as opposed to a lottery system to see who's in.
Yeah,
Because
and
if
if
you're
y'all
doing a
and
lottery
if
system to see who's in, you may be leaving off. Who's to say if we did a lottery for 12U and Louisville Chargers didn't get picked? Huh? How you do that? Can't
nah,
do that.
he definitely.
Can't do that. You know what
I
I'm
think he
saying?
might
So
be
I don't
talking
know.
about.
I think he's saying like a lottery for them to like to see who they play against. And if they doing that, that's hard. I like that. That's
Yeah,
dope.
that'd be dope.
I like that.
Let me see. He said, I seen that one. I'm gonna tell you when to put it on.
Why is he doing 16 teams or 10 teams? I'm not for sure. I really don't know. I really don't
Yeah,
know.
yeah, yeah. Just keep going down on those. So, because I think Spillionaire said something too.
Man,
That
shout out to the billionaires, man.
they
We
got
were we was
jerseys.
trying to have them on, but they had uh, a loss, within their team family, so we wasn't able to get them on. But we gonna run it back though. Brandon Veasley said that's why you got to get out and play though. There's tournaments and games you can play in to get noticed. Definitely. And I think Kendall, you was talking about that with the Seal Sports. Like just because you won them teams and you think oh man, we can knock them off. You got to get out there and show you can knock them off. You know what I'm saying? You got to go
Absolutely.
play the teams. You know what I'm saying? And you have to go to them if they don't want to come to you or meet you
Right.
in the common ground. It's on you because you trying to get to where they at. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, Trey Tubb. I definitely think EMS should get an invite. I definitely think they should get an invite. They did really well. Um, they basically played the best. They didn't avoid many teams. They also got some good wins. Remember, they beat they beat the FU, Falcons United. They beat
Mhm.
ABA. They beat the Tuckers. They, you know what I'm saying? They beat a lot of teams. So therefore, they should still be able to, get an invite. And Lauderhill Lions lost to Lauderdale Lakes Vikings,
Yeah.
20-18. Man, that sounds like a rare breed game, man. He
Mhm.
says he said, I'm not gonna lie. When we was playing, I thought we was going to win. I thought they was going to win.
Who you
Look,
talking
man,
about?
I talk about that game, already. But like I
Yeah,
said,
talking about.
EMS literally was in y'all territory almost the whole entire game, except for the fourth quarter. They got down to the territory. They got to the 1 yard line. Y'all held them, and like they wasn't capitalizing on that, and they just they did everything to lose that game. But y'all did everything to win it. You know what I'm saying? And then they, like I said, they put the ball in Hayes' hands,
Mhm.
and Hayes is a proven quarterback.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He's a
No,
really
for
proven
sure.
quarterback.
Man, and we gonna keep seeing what's gonna happen, man. Me personally, I can't wait to nationals. I think this is big, man. How many? I think we got 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks or so.
Yep.
So this is gonna be big, man. What's some teams that I don't know if you had covered this. What's some teams that you feel like are just like sleeper teams that's gonna make some noise? And
The
either
sleeper
either
teams,
the YNC or the AYF.
the sleeper team that I think was going to make noise.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good question.
I gotta really see who win. I guess we could come back to that when all the invites have been accepted.
Yeah, I
Then
guess
we'll know.
yeah, yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I'm saying?
Let's go ahead, man. Get caught up on these comments.
Let's see here. You have EMS haven't dug anyone, but in the preseason and the battle tournament, nobody wanted to play us except for ABA. What team Trey Tuck play for? Is he FU?
I think it's
I don't know. We'll have to see
oh
because
no, that's EMS.
okay.
I believe it's EMS.
Okay, bet. So let me go back through these comments. Man, let's see. Let's see.
It said you
You
gotta
gotta
run,
run to
run
the
to the
smoke.
smoke for sure.
Bro,
Yeah, but
and that's billionaire.
that's
That's Coach
beautifully said.
Brandon right there.
For the teams that's not known, like they said, you gotta run from the smoke. And if the team
No,
that
you
you're
gotta
trying to
run to
play,
the
let's say,
smoke. You gotta run to
you
the
yeah,
smoke.
I
Not
mean,
from
run
the
to the smoke.
from
Now,
is
if
that duck game.
hey, you gotta literally let people know too. Especially you can come on here. You can say, look, I want to call out this team. Look, we undefeated. We beat all the teams. Blase, blase. I can reach out to the coaches and be like, hey, coach, they want this. They want to play this team, and most
Mhm.
likely, like we all stated, the coaches are going to say, all right, they come to us. We got this date open. Y'all got
Mhm.
to be willing to come.
It's always gonna be dates open unless you Duluth for somebody. Duluth got to play them Gwinnett County teams before they go chip off and play these other guys. Which is I
Yeah.
don't know.
Yeah, I believe that's holding them back, man. And
Yeah,
they already know how I feel about middle school ball. I
yeah,
against it. I don't really like middle school ball.
yeah.
'Cause They
Uh,
they they make it about themselves instead of the kids.
yeah. Let's see. CFK dot Herc one said, "What is your IGs so I can send some clips, man? At National Sports Chat, man. At National Sports Chat, man. You must be new to the whole campaign, man. Appreciate you for tuning in.
For
Tell
sure.
everybody about us, man. Bring all your teammates in, man.
Make sure you subscribe too before you leave.
Yeah,
And
definitely,
go
definitely.
send them clips. But go ahead, man. Let's go
Let's
to the
see
next.
here. I think everybody else was. Oh, we could just start going on the new ones if you want to. I see.
Now,
Collier World Boy said, "I low key play RDU. I think they tough. I think that's what he meant to say. I don't know, man. I don't
yeah,
know, man. What age? What age level? Because RDU do got some hard teams. I heard you talking about RDU and trauma unit,
bro. Hey, bro. They got trauma unit number for sure
but from the gate though,
from the gate.
Warzone, August.
Hey,
We was at Warzone from the gate. They just was, and I just, and granted, like I said, I was new to the youth football scene this year. So once that was the first thing I had went to the Warzone tourney, and from the gate, that was the one team I was like, you know what? Who they play tomorrow? Because it was a Friday, Saturday, Sunday thing. Who they play tomorrow? Who they play tomorrow? Who they play tomorrow? And if y'all could go back on our on our YouTube, we recorded all the RDU 10U games that weekend, just because from the way that they was like at the start of the game, it was so much controversy just because trauma unit one on one side and RDU was like, man, hell no, we came out first, y'all came out 30 minutes late, we over here, y'all go over there, you know what I'm saying? And it was turned up after that. So make sure y'all may want to go back and visit that first game at least, and check that one out because there was a lot that went on behind the scenes and we caught all
coach.
of that.
Hey, coach. I seen hair 13U.
We talked about them though. We talked about them when they lost to LA Rampage.
Yeah, nah, but they tough, bro.
Yeah.
That team, they got the total package, man. They can do everything. They can run, throw, everything, So yeah, that's
Mm.
gonna be a tough if they meet them again, man, the results may not be the same because
Mm.
that's a team, man. They are really good. I
And
like hair.
they played LA Rampage the best though this year, haven't didn't they?
You say what?
I said they played Hair Academy played LA Rampage the best this year, didn't they? Like
Yeah,
that was
one of
the
them,
tightest.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna say eight
Yeah,
zipper tightest game they done
they ain't no
played.
slouch. They ain't no slouch. I
Mm-hmm.
can tell you that.
See, Coach Tim said, yeah, Coach Day, that was a good game. I think he talking about that LA Rampage and Hair Academy too. Yeah. Nah, that man. I don't know,
Hey,
man. In these nationals, we gonna see a lot more good games. So we just, man, I can't wait. I'm gonna be a kid at the candy shop, man.
hey, go to the Brandon Beasley because he said Michael, what's up, fam? We're gonna
Yeah,
have to get.
I put that on there.
Okay, bet.
Hmm.
All right,
I
bet.
told him that Brendan Visa, he's one of the coaches for the Spillionaires, Colorado Spillionaires, and we was gonna have them on, and we still gonna have them on. It was just, they had a untimely death in the Spillionaire family, so we wasn't able to run it that week. So we definitely gonna run it in one of these upcoming weeks because that's still a team I want to hear from. Especially being out there in Colorado. I'm not really aware of any other teams out in Colorado making any noise, but I know they making a noise out there. So
Oh, for sure.
we'll see.
J Boy he says, what first round matchup you want to see in Y and C? Honestly, man, I want to see. What age are we talking about first, J Boy? Let me see.
There's a
Timothy
lot I
Dennis.
want to see. He said, LOL. He said, LOL, Mike, and me too, a kid in the candy shop. I'm telling you, man, I can't wait. Nationals, man, I can't wait to see all this action.
Man, yeah, they got some. They should have some really good games. And based on, because I haven't seen them do any updates, as far as for the rankings. But if it's anything, matter of fact, man, you know what I think we want to do?
What we
Depending
gonna
on how
do?
they ranking is, you know what I'm saying? If we can get to it, what we'll do is we'll take their ranking system and we'll do a challenge. We'll do a challenge, and whoever get it right, you know what I'm saying, like the bracket right, you know, we have a prize.
Yeah, no, for sure. We could do that. That's some would y'all like to do that? Let us know in the comment section, man. Just let us know, if that's something y'all would like to do. And we could put a nice little prize up there for y'all, man.
Oh, for sure.
And it's not like you gotta get them all the way right. We gonna roll with whoever got it, the most correct. But that's something we could talk offline about
Oh, for
probably
sure.
tomorrow and get all the specifics set up about that.
Yeah, but yeah, I don't know. I really don't know which first round matchup I want to see because there are a lot. I think because you got you. I don't know, man, because the way that I think that
It really
the
just
way that
depend on that each age division. Oh well, J Boy said 12U, so
oh
12U.
12U. Oh,
I gotta
I
go. I
want to
gotta go
see
Louisville and DEA because it's been a lot of noise about DEA, and
first round.
huh?
First round.
Oh yeah, he said first round. First round. I'm tweaking.
First
They
round.
want to see it.
I want to see DEA versus Falcons United.
I ain't mad at that because a
Because
lot
I
of
think
teams, a lot of people we've been seeing in the comment section, they've been feeling like DEA wasn't battle tested. Even some FU players, when they came on their show, they was like, man, DEA ain't really play nobody, and we had who else we had on? I think I forgot who else said something about DEA not the seal DG. I believe he was saying like, man, I ain't really too much play nobody like that. So
right.
um,
And
we'll see, man. If you ranked up like that, it's now's the time to prove it. So if
right.
going
Yeah. So
against
that's why I'm
Falcons
thinking.
United,
I'm thinking they can possibly get past them. Like I said, they are clicking. You know what I'm saying, on all cylinders right now.
mhm,
And I definitely think FU has what it takes. And
mhm,
Batman,
mhm.
you can't keep hogging the ball, man. Let somebody get an interception, a tackle, or something. This kid be all over the place, man.
Man,
Like
you
this
got
cat,
to though.
bro.
On defense, you got to like
Man,
that's the thing about defense because it's like I mean it's whoever get to the ball, whoever want
man,
it.
he's
If you
always at
want
the
it
ball.
that bad, come
Bro,
take it from me. Meet me at
he's
the ball.
always in line for an interception.
Hmm.
And he can run the ball like crazy. And
Hmm.
like that kid, he's really special. So we talk about Hayes.
He more of a
That's somebody we gotta
what I
talk about.
noticed from him, like he's more of a and you got players like this. You have a lot of players like this, but players who really play the ball, kind of like a Tyrann Mathieu. You know how
Mm-hmm.
that's what Honey Badger is known. Like some players just have a nose for the ball. Even the corner that's playing at the Dallas Cowboys this year, I forgot his name. Excuse me. I think he's a rookie, but he's having a hell of a season. I think he started off the first 5, 6 games with 5 picks. Like some people just have a nose for the ball, and that's probably the most deadliest like skill you can have. Is if you have a nose for the ball, it don't matter who you are. Tyrann
Right.
Mathieu, I think 5'9", playing safety. He's super undersized, but when you have that nose for the ball and you play big, it don't matter because you're gonna make a play.
Absolutely.
You're gonna make a
Yeah.
play.
So he definitely is one of those players, bro, that kind of keep the engine going. Because like I'm saying, like on defense, he's the cleanup guy. He's really good at the safety position. He can play the cornerback position if he wants. He plays the running back. Like he can catch the ball really well. Like,
Mhm.
bro, this kid, I honestly think that he's the most underappreciated player possibly in 12U, to
Mm,
be honest.
mm.
I say that, but he's really special. And then you got my guy Carter. He's a person that I don't think many people pay attention to, but he be having his plays, his moments, where he's doing something good. But you
Yeah.
got players like Hayes, who's basically well more known. You know what I'm saying? So they kind of equate to all the victories to him, but without doubles, without number one, and without 26 is also good, and without those players, man, on defense, we probably looking at a whole different team.
Yeah,
So I don't.
one guy don't run the show at all. We all know that. But I want to get your response to this question that's on the screen, man. Let me know what you think about that one.
Do you think CBE can beat FU? Absolutely.
Mm.
I definitely think they can beat FU.
But I think didn't you say last week you feel like they like one of the same? Like I believe I
Yes, that's
remember
what
that.
I'm
Yeah.
saying. CBE is
Mm-hmm.
a team. So basically, you seen the a little bit of problem in trouble that they had with number 10, right? Playing
Mm-hmm.
against for the EMS.
Mm-hmm.
With that, okay, so with that being said, they have number 10 times 10, or I'm gonna say times three. I'm gonna say times three.
Yeah.
As like I said, this guy runs like Adrian Peterson, and whoever has to tackle number 21 is going to have trouble a whole duration of the game because he's punishing players.
Yeah.
That's the type of player that he is. You know what I'm saying? And I think they're very underrated as far as on their passing. People don't
Yeah.
think that they pass it, a lot, but they had some passes against DH, you know what I'm saying, when they played against them. They had a lot of
Yeah.
success doing it, but it started with the run game. And they
Yeah.
got another big boy.
Yeah.
I'm talking about look like a lineman running that ball. Nobody wants to tackle. You know what I'm saying? So yes, I do think CBE can beat FU, but I also think FU can beat CBE. So it really depends on the coaching. Who has the better game plan? That's what it boils down to. And
Like,
players not missing tackles. So if they do that, we talking about a really close, tight game.
mhm.
Close game. First person score possibly wins the game.
Let me get your thoughts on what Coach Tim said, man. Let me hear what you got to say about that.
Like you said, Coach Ken, what's going on with the Duluth 13U? He's like, I think Clayton and Jonah mentioned them on their program. Well,
I don't know what they was talking to them and talking about them in regards of, but my stance on Duluth 13U has been the same from day one. I like them. I love them. I gotta see you play them. I just gotta see you play the guys. If you ain't gonna play the guys and you just gonna play the teams in Gwinnett, which they have to do. I ain't saying they choosing to do that. They have to do that just because of the league that they in. I don't know. It's
yeah,
crazy.
it's like middle
But
school ball.
yeah, but go ahead and do that. But still, that just because you going and do that, if you ain't over here playing these other guys, I can't put you up there with them.
Yeah. Hey, coach, what did they say? Like I haven't watched any of their I don't know what time they shows. I need to catch one. I haven't seen any of their shows. And because I'm rarely on Facebook. Like I just post sometimes, on Facebook, the content, but all right, that's a bet. Um, but I would love to, visit some of their streams and stuff like that whenever they going live because I think they do Facebook, and I mainly be on either IG or the YouTube. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, what did they say? Let me see. I think J Boy said I think FU should be in the top six.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I can see that. It's hard to pick any age. To pick
Yeah,
at
he was
any
talking
age.
about like picking like the games you want to see. I had put that up there. hmm
Yeah, we should have did a bracket to kind of give them a glimpse of how we looking at stuff
A
because
bracket
like
for the day.
no, I said we should have, yeah, for the
Mm.
day.
We could do it tomorrow.
All right, that's a bet.
Mm-hmm.
You see, do you think? Yeah, I definitely think that.
What you
Uh,
reading?
Now I went down to see what I missed. Brandon Veasley said that's why you got to get out. We read that one.
Yeah, we read all those. Most recent one, Trey Tuff said, "What's your top 10 for Georgia 12U?" I don't know if I can rattle you off 12. I mean 10 of them, but I can give you a top five. And my top five, I have to be. Actually, I could. Let me see. Top. Let's see. I'm gonna just start from number one. So number one, um, even though FU got their lick back, I still put ABA right there. FU, RDU, EMS. Um, and I may go Dolphins Elite and Fairburn, then Fairburn. So that's a top six. That's what I got. I can't put Tucker up there. Sorry. Tucker that made me come on here a few times and made just embarrass me. So
I I'll say number one since they won it. I gotta go with FU.
I ain't mad at that.
Number two, ABA.
Mm-hmm.
Number three, I'm going RDU.
Mm-hmm.
No, number three, I'm going EMS. Number four, I'm going RDU.
Mm-hmm.
Number five, I'm going. Um, yeah, I say Fairburn. Yeah, number five, Fairburn. And then if you want me to keep going, I'll go. I'll go DEA. Since we said Georgia, I'll go DEA. Then I'll go. I'll say Noonan
I forgot about with the exit 47.
for seven. Yeah, I say Noonan seven. I'll say Ben Hill. No, I say Ben Hill seven. Noonan eight.
Mm-hmm.
Who else? Stonecrest nine. And then number 10, I will have to go probably Top Guns.
Mm.
Yeah,
I
but
ain't mad at it.
that's my top 10. But yeah,
I ain't
man.
mad at it. I ain't mad at it at all, man. I
But
only
yeah, man,
got
anything that y'all want to ask, cause my guy busy getting ready to travel, doing
man.
this thing, man. As y'all know, I always enjoy y'all. If y'all haven't subscribed, make sure y'all subscribe because
Definitely.
we gotta build this community and let people know.
Mm-hmm.
That's the way we, show how we build this community. By
Mm-hmm.
just hitting that red button, that subscribe button, and
No
telling
doubt.
your folks
Mm-hmm.
because the focus and the goal is to when we put y'all on here that y'all in front of uh thousands of people, right? And the
Mm-hmm.
only way we can do that is if you're doing your part.
Mm-hmm.
So the goal and the focus won't change. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? It's about the kids. But if you want people to know who you are, you gotta do your part, man.
Yeah. I
Coach
think Coach.
McDaniel's your
I think
best.
he was saying he didn't remember totally what they were saying. He was saying we could catch him at, so we'd go watch it and see exactly what they was talking about. But yeah, that's definitely we'll go check them out for sure.
He said, Slee says it says that RDU tournament back in July definitely got us prepared for the season. And now the AYF tournament, the competition there was a real yes, best tournament of this year, of this season.
Mm.
All other teams, even like I said, I told y'all there was no weak links, really was no weak links in this team. Even if some teams end up blowing other teams out. I don't feel like there was any weak teams because, like I said, Smash Squad was in there, Hateville was in there. In the season, Smash Squad went to the championship. Hateville ended up being one game away from the championship. So
Mhm.
those were two teams that I seen that was my sleeper teams that I saw that did really well. You know what I'm saying? And they did their thing. But you see, who do y'all think the best wide receiver in 12U? Ooh. See, you gonna keep hitting us, huh? You gonna keep making us
I ain't gonna lie, and I may be tweaking because, well, I don't know, because you still got Sekou, right? No, Sekou wide out, ain't
Sekou played just about everything, to be
he?
honest.
Yeah.
But
I
yeah,
don't know. I
he
can't say. I ain't gonna say who's the best one, but I say who I like. I believe he's number 10 for EMS.
number 10. Yeah,
I
he
believe that if I'm right, I
the
like
best
I
wide
like him a lot.
receiver.
I ain't
Yeah.
saying he the best. I'm just saying that's who I seen that I really like a lot. 6'4" cool too, but I kind of like Buddy from EMS a little bit better.
Nah, I'm gonna go with because I think Sekou play everything. So honestly,
There's a lot out there though.
I think it's number 13. Number 13 from EMS.
Okay. That
I
may be
think
who I'm talking about. I don't know. I got to go back and really look, but he was
he
out there
he the one
smacking everything.
he the one that was burning ABA in the first game.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah. I like him too. I don't
yeah.
think that. I don't know if that was who I. Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know.
if he touch the ball, most likely he catches it. You know what I'm saying? But
Mhm.
yeah, bro. Before we go, I just want to give a brief um breakdown of the game for um what NSP and Rare Breeds because we're
Okay.
gonna we gonna get more in depth. But I just want to talk a little bit. See, this is why I actually
I'm gonna let you rock on it.
all right, hey, come back in like about 5. All right, so this is why I actually chose Rare Breeds. See, Rare Breeds when they play NSP, we kind of know when the team get down 18-8, the team usually lay down or whatever, right? But when Rare Breeds was down to NSP, the number 3 ranked team in the nation, they didn't fold. They was down. And I gotta say this to these coaches. Coaches lost that game for them kids, for NSP. And why do I say that? Because the coach literally had time on their side. All they had to do was continue to run the ball, right? It was when they scored, it was 18-14. Rare Breeze had came back and they had scored, and then they also scored the extra point, conversion, right? So it was 14 because initially it was 18-6. Now it's 14-18. Before that play, what they were doing, NSP was doing, they were continuing to throw the ball. And when you throw the ball, what happens? Clock stops, right? We all know that. So they're down initially 12 points. So all you do, you run the ball, you run the clock out. Because when Rare Breeze got the ball, they scored. They had 3 minutes to go. And you would think that, okay, they like, all right, we're going to have this pound game. We're going to continue to run the clock out. We're going to do all the stuff. The time is on our side. They kept throwing the ball. And what did that set up? Set up number 4 for the touchdown play with 1 minute and 25 seconds to go. That was coaching that lost them that game because you can't give a team like Rare Breed multiple opportunities. You cannot do that. So when they actually had like a 12-point lead, they should have been running the ball. They should have ran at least about 4 minutes off that clock instead of passing it. Because when they passed it, like we say, the clock stopped and you giving them a chance to regroup and do all the other stuff. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely think that it showed the resilience of rare breeds. They definitely, show that they belong. And if you give them any type of life, they're going to take it and they're going to run with it and they're going to burn you, which is all three things that they did. You feel me? They took that game, they ran with every opportunity, and then they burned them literally at towards the end for a touchdown. So look, NSP, you guys are a really good team. Coaching, I'm sure that this is a lesson learned from you guys, but shouldn't have been throwing that ball. I'm telling you, because RDU, I mean not RDU, but rare breeds, they got a good secondary just like RDU. Y'all know I believe RDU is like one of the teams with the best secondary. Um, but yeah, man, that was unfortunate. But shout out to my guys, rare breeds. They did what champions do, which is not run from the smoke. They played one of the best teams when they really had all the advantage already on their side because they beat a lot of good teams. They beat the RDUs, you know what I'm saying? They beat the OG Ducks. They beat a lot of other good teams. CPR. I think they're a really good team. Uh, Tim McDonough Shabbat says, yeah, you're right, coach. They did blow that game for them kids. Some coaches get what I call the itchy movements. Oh man, yeah, they blew it. I guess they thought that Rare Breeds was just gonna lay down for that game. I told you guys, Rare Breeds, if they were gonna lose any game, it was going to be that one. It was going to be that one. So since basically the loss that they would have took, right? Now that they know what it feels like to be down, they're not going to want to experience that again. So they're going to play their hearts out. They're going to play from the start to finish. They're going to do that. So that's why, like I said, when they played against CPR end up getting blew out by them because uh, at the very beginning, at a fumble, when CPR got a fumble and then ran it back for a touchdown, they couldn't score no more after that. So sometimes it takes for rare breeds to get punched first for them to react right away and instantaneously. But in that game, since rare breed was the one that struck first, I believe they let their guard down, which is how it ended up the way it was. But number 3, boy, I think we the same height. We gotta be the same height. We got to be the same height. That kid at least about 5'10", 5'11", or something. That's a really big boy. And y'all know Rare Breed got some really big kids on their team. But the cook says, what's y'all take on 11U Southfield Falcons? Knocked off FU in the preseason. Also, the 13U bracket is crazy with Clock Boys, MC Jags, man, Motor City Jags, boy. Whew. And the Outlaws, who comes out on top? Honestly, we did a bracket on that too. Whew. I got the only team that I got actually beaten, the LA Rampage is either Duluth or Clock Boys. So I don't have Motor City. Outlaws, KC Outlaws. Like I said, I think number 3 is the best quarterback in this country. A lot of people say Archer. I disagree with that. Maybe later on. Oh, that's dope, Alan. That's dope. He says CBE got their invite, so that's dope. I'm glad to hear that. and I'm sad for the ones who's not going to get it, but I'm definitely happy. So I see you at the YNC. All right. It says Clark Williams, CJ, Casey Outlaw. So out of those, honestly, I'm gonna go with LA Rampage. See, a lot of people get on me for saying that LA Rampage is gonna beat the Clock Boys, but y'all gotta understand, man. I think the LA Rampage has almost played every style of football, have played against every style of football this year. So I believe that they'll be able to make the type of adjustments, possible for them to win. Okay, bet. Yeah, so I think they do everything to win. But yeah, man, I definitely appreciate y'all being in the building, man. My guy got a flight. So we're gonna go ahead and end it. But hey, like I said, man, y'all know we building this community. I take the time, to make sure that I speak sports with you guys, do something that we love. Just take the time, make sure y'all subscribe and let people know about it, so we all can engage, build, and so everybody can see everybody, because everybody that's been on this channel have basically is more known by people from other states now. So we want to make sure that we continue to do that and do it on a larger scale. So all you gotta do is do your part. And last few, Coach says, I agree with you, Coach Ken, about LA Rampage. Yeah, I think that they didn't almost played every style, so they'd be able to make the adjustments quick. Is you coming to ATL after nationals? Uh, yeah. What's in the ATL though? I'm trying to see what's in. I'm trying to see what he's saying. What's in ATL? But yeah, shout out to CBE. Shout out to the what's the name of that team? He says the Wolfpack in Chicago. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to Louisville Charters being in the building. Shout out to, like I said, I already said CBE. Shout out to Spillionaires. Yeah, coach, if you want us to, rock the gear and all that stuff, man, definitely send some. And more football games. It's like what Reverie did. Okay. I bet. Yeah, I can be there. But yeah, man, thank y'all again, for tuning in. You already know this is y'all platform. If y'all want us to do a Thursday, tomorrow and a Thursday, definitely let us know in the comment section. Even if it's not in the live stream, just leave one down below. And because we want to make sure that you guys, will be available, for the stream. Because we don't want to do it. You guys have some other things that you got to do. So if you guys will be available to come to the streams and stuff like that and want us to do it, what I'm saying, just definitely let us know. But shout out to all y'all. Yeah, live stream Thursday. I bet. So yeah, man, we definitely checking in, checking out. Like my guy Mike always say, I hope you don't charge me for that line, but at the end of the day, man, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, we out, bro. In sports family. Also, go to all social media platforms. Link will be in the description. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. It helps the channel grow. Thank you.